So by now, you know all about the George Pickens monster game versus the Green Bay Packers. But did you know it also made Brian Schottenheimer look like a genius? In this video, I'll talk about 2 reasons why. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Mauricio Rodriguez here at ATOZ Sports Dallas. Earlier in the week, we discussed how the Cowboys-Packers tie had basically suggested that Brian Schottenheimer was doing a great job for the Cowboys. And one of the reasons why is how he utilized George Pickens. I wanted to dive deeper into the details behind all of that because, man, I am so excited that I'm pretty sure that this weekend's Underdog Fantasy Play of the Week will be all about George Pickens. We'll share those on social media later in the week. And by the way, if you want to play along with me, use promo code ATZ, play just $5 and receive an additional $100 in funds. But back to George Pickens. He had 8 catches for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. And right off the bat, 2 things stand out from the film. Number 1 is 6 of his 8 catches happened on first down. That might sound like just a coincidence or a simple stat, but I actually think it was a great way to go about things from Schottenheimer, just trying to allow his players to play free and not have to play hero ball on third down. You know, all of this conversation about throwing in early downs instead of waiting until third down, that's because the defenses have to account for the run in early downs, and it's so much harder to play double coverage against Pickens. And trust me, in most of these catches, Pickens didn't even face double coverage. He was singled up, whether it was versus man coverage or zone coverage. He just had to beat one man. A lot of that has to do with Schottenheimer calling these plays in early downs. I will use the biggest play from George Pickens as an example here. The one where Dak Prescott just takes his snap and immediately launches a deep bomb down the left sideline. In that play, Pickens is singled up against man coverage one-on-one. The reason why that play is won even before the ball is snapped is because it's on 1st and 10, and the Cowboys are lined up in 21 personnel. That means 2 running backs, 1 tight end, inviting the defense to stack the box and just play the Cowboys as if they were about to run the football with Javonte Williams. It's a small detail, but you can see throughout the day that this was the Cowboys' game plan all along. Prescott sees it, immediately launches the ball to George Pickens, and the safety, which is a single high safety look from the Packers, just doesn't get there in time to help his cornerback. Pickens makes a spectacular grab, and it wouldn't have been possible without his skill set, but Schottenheimer won this play pre-snap. And I don't know if you've seen it, but CeeDee Lamb is going crazy before the ball is snapped just because he sees the defensive look. In overtime, the Cowboys open up the drive with a hitch look to George Pickens, again, out of 21 personnel on 1st and 10, allowing Pickens in the biggest moments of the game to make plays singled up. The number 2 thing that stands out from this game plan is a little bit simpler. It's that Schottenheimer didn't try to make George Pickens someone who he isn't. He didn't try to make George Pickens number 88. He didn't ask him to be CeeDee Lamb. He asked him to win his way. In 7 of his 8 catches, Pickens is the outside receiver. And in the one in which he isn't, the only guy to his outside is running back Javonte Williams, basically making him the outside receiver. That's the touchdown play after the Cowboys recover the fumble where Pickens just breaks inside against zone coverage. Now, this isn't to say that Schottenheimer was the lone reason why Pickens shined. Of course, Dak Prescott made great throws, and I want to shout out Pickens for his effort. Early on in the season, he was criticized for his effort running routes when he wasn't the primary target. One of his biggest plays in the game comes in a 4th and 2 where Dak Prescott is reading the opposite side first because the Cowboys are setting up a route with Kevontae Turpin and Jake Ferguson. That play is not there. Prescott has pressure in his face, works to the backside of the play, and there you have it, George Pickens running a dig route from the backside, showing up for his quarterback. All I'm trying to say here is Pickens' game was excited. At face value, watching the live broadcast, and I can tell you the film backs it up. You should be excited about how Pickens played and also about how Schottenheimer went about getting the ball in his hands. At the end of the day, that's what you want from your play caller. Let me know in your comments, what do you think about Schottenheimer so far?